Hello, this is Legacy Solutions Cyprus, here to give help when it is needed most. Today we're going to talk about probate. What is it and how you can avoid it, most importantly. Probate is the general administration of a deceased person's will or the estate of a deceased person without a will. So whether you have a will or not, you will go through probate. Most important point. The problem is probate itself, and a will requires probate. Not having a will requires a probate. Probate is slow, it is expensive, and it is complicated. It's also quite scary. If you're not familiar with legal processes, it can be quite concerning for the individual. Probate is to be avoided if at all possible, and in most cases it can be avoided with a bit of planning. What is the probate process? First, an executor, that's the person you've entrusted with looking after your estate, creates a list of assets so that they can appoint a lawyer, stop pensions, cancel utilities, get the will translated, go to probate registrar, advertise, get temporary tax clearance certificates, open bank accounts, realise assets, potentially sell property if there's one involved, clear debts. Then, of course, in the interim, you've got to look after the property, and finally you pay beneficiaries before submitting your accounts to the probate registrar. On the surface of it, quite straightforward, you may think. In reality, as most of this is dealt with in Greek, it can be quite a problem. A will is therefore a safety net rather than something you want to depend on. Using it means you leave your executor and your estate with costs, delays and headaches. And the best solution is to give as much as you can away while you're alive. If you've managed to do so using a range of methods, then there's no need for a will. And if there's no need for a will, there's no probate to be done. However, many of you will not want to give it all away. So what are the other options? First off, at Legacy Solutions, we will do an assessment of assets from the viewpoint of avoiding probate. We'll then structure those solutions for you, carry out the work where possible. Some things you'll have to do yourself, of course. We'll then review annually or on landmark changes. The law regularly changes, not just in Cyprus, but perhaps where your assets are held. And understanding how that affects probate is an ongoing problem. We'll help you create a legacy folder, which is clear instruction as to what is to happen to all of your assets. And then act as executor if required. As I say, ideally, you're not in the situation where you need one, but if you have a problem finding someone you're confident in putting into that position, we're prepared to help. How do we do it? We recommend and arrange as appropriate joint ownerships, so you might turn bank accounts into ones held with you and your spouse or you and children. This can be a problem in Cyprus. The process of adding another name has got more and more complicated, but we do have alternatives. We talk about gifting, so simply giving things away while you're alive is easily the most simple solution. We can use trusts either for property or other assets. This would apply where you want to keep control of assets and you have use of them. Obviously, if you gift things, you may lose the use of them. And we also talk about beneficiary nomination. With certain types of plans and policies, it's possible to nominate a beneficiary and avoid probate that way. We also talk about post-illness, pre-death planning with the rise of things like dementia. There is a stage at which you may lose capacity to control your affairs, but have not actually died. So we need to have a path laid out that can address that problem. What does it cost? We operate on a monthly subscription aimed at giving you ongoing advice and support. The cost is €50 per month, and that is fixed for life. So although for new members prices may rise in the future, for those who join now, the €50 per month remains the same. If you'd like more information, contact us at legacysolutionscyprus.com. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.